Nobody saw this coming. The entire Love and Hip Hop Atlanta universe is reeling after a moment so explosive. Fans can barely believe what they've witnessed. Just when you thought the drama couldn't get any wilder, Mendeecees Harris did the unthinkable. He walked out, leaving cameras rolling and everyone frozen in shock. But it wasn't just any exit. It came right after Erica Mena dropped a threat so shocking. The whole cast was left speechless, and the crew nearly shut down production. Emotions ran high, accusations flew, and secrets that were meant to stay buried came clawing to the surface. As the news broke, social media lit up with wild theories, desperate DMs, and hashtags that took over the internet. Was this the end for Mendeecees and Erica, or just the beginning of a new war? Behind the scenes, friends chose sides, families were divided, and fans everywhere are dying to know, what could Erica have said to make Mendeecees finally snap? Stay tuned, because we're about to unpack the most jaw-dropping confrontation in history. And trust, nothing will ever be the same after this. The day started out like any other wild little filming, but you could tell from the jump that something was different. The energy on set was tense, people were moving quick, voices low, and nobody seemed ready to meet each other's eyes. Backstage, even the makeup crew whispered, swapping rumors about a fight that had happened the night before. Everyone was waiting for the shoe to drop, but nobody guessed just how hard it would land. Mendeecees showed up looking sharp, but his mood was dark, head down, barely speaking. Erica Mena arrived 30 minutes late, sunglasses on, ignoring everyone but her phone. The moment she walked in, you could almost hear a pin drop. Her energy was straight up icy. Producers tried to keep things moving, but even they were on edge when the cameras finally started rolling. It was obvious that there was unfinished business in the air. The group scene was supposed to be about resolving tension after last week's argument, but it only took seconds before voices started to rise and all the old drama came flooding back. Bambi tried to play peacemaker, but even she couldn't control the growing storm. Scrappy chimed in, saying, "Look, y'all, we family, let's just talk this out." But that only made Erica roll her eyes. "Family," she snapped, "since when? Because all I've seen is fake love and backstabbing since I got here." The tension grew thick enough to slice. Mendeecees, who'd been trying to keep his cool, finally spoke up. "Erica, I ain't got time for these games," he said, voice steady but tight. "Either say what's on your mind or stop throwing shade. I'm done with the side comments." The entire room seemed to lean in. Yandy, sitting in the corner, shot Mendeecees a worried glance. Even Carly Red, usually quick with a comeback, kept quiet, eyes flicking between the two. Erica set her phone down, folded her arms, and fixed Mendeecees with a glare that could burn holes in glass. "You wanna know what's on my mind?" Erica spat, her voice sharp. "I'm tired of being blamed for everything. I'm tired of you running around acting like you're better than everybody. You think just because you did your time, you can talk down to me. Nah, you got secrets too, Mendeecees. And I'm not the only one who knows them." Fans are shocked. Nobody expected her to go there. The room erupted. Some of the girls gasped. Safari put his head in his hands and mumbled, "Nah, not today. This is too much." Everyone knew things were about to spiral. Mendeecees stared at her for a long, cold second. "You want to play that game? Fine, but don't forget I know more about your mess than you know about mine. We can air everything out right here." At that, Erica smirked, leaning forward just enough for her voice to drop. "You really want me to tell them what I heard about you? About your real reason for coming back to Atlanta?" Suddenly, the room wasn't just tense, it was electric. Like the whole set could blow at any second. It didn't take long for rumors to spread backstage. Production assistants were texting crew. Security was quietly repositioning, and a few cast members slipped out to avoid getting caught in the crossfire. You could hear the whispers in the hallway. What did Erica mean? Is she about to ruin Mendeecees' reputation? Some said she had receipts. Others believed she was bluffing. Either way, the mood was pure chaos. Even the executive producer started watching the monitors with wide eyes, knowing this was TV gold but also realizing it could tear the cast apart for good. As the cameras kept rolling, the argument escalated. Erica started listing every time she felt betrayed, every slight, every rumor she'd ever heard about Mendeecees. "You keep talking about family, but you left your real family behind," she accused. "You act like you're a changed man, but I know you're still out here lying." Mendeecees' face darkened. his jaw clenching so hard it looked like he might break a tooth. You don't know what I've been through. You don't know what I gave up for this. Don't come for me unless you're ready for the truth. He shot back. The whole cast was stuck in the middle, emotions running high. Yandy tried to pull Mendices aside, whispering something that made him shake his head. Let me handle this, he said, pushing her hand away gently. Spice, always the instigator, leaned forward and said, Erica, if you got something to say, say it, but be ready for what comes next. Erica took a deep breath, as if she was about to drop the bomb everyone was waiting for, but just then, security stepped in, urging everyone to take a break. Let's cool off, y'all, the head of security said. Take 5 before somebody does something they regret. But the break did nothing to calm the tension. As soon as cameras were off, Erica pulled her phone and started making calls. Her voice slow but urgent. Mendices walked out the back door, pacing the parking lot, his whole body wound tight. A producer tried to talk to him, but he just shook his head and kept walking. Not now, he muttered. I need air inside. Yandy wiped away tears, whispering to Bambi. This is going to ruin everything. Bambi hugged her, but even she looked worried. Fans are shocked as news leaked within minutes. Clips hit Twitter and Instagram, and suddenly everyone is weighing in. Team Erica, Team Mendices, Team This Show is Cursed. The comments were a war zone. In the parking lot, Mendices finally stopped pacing and pulled out his phone, texting someone so fast his thumbs were a blur. Whatever Erica's threat was, it had gotten to him. For the first time, it looked like he might actually break. The family was left divided, the cast was on edge. And everyone watching knew this drama was just getting started. After that first explosive blow-up, nobody on set knew where to stand or who to trust. The break dragged on, but there was no cooling down. Cameras followed the cast as they scattered, some huddled in corners, whispering, others storming out to call friends and leak their own side of the story. In the green room, Spice and Carly, Red dissected every second, voices low but intense. Erica is really out here trying to destroy him, Spice whispered, her accent sharper than usual. She came for blood today. Carly just shook her head, scrolling her phone. I heard she's got something crazy, like receipts, text. She's about to blow everything up. Meanwhile, Mendices was still outside, his back against a trailer, breathing heavy. You could see him fighting the urge to just walk away. For good, producers hovered close but kept their distance. One tried, bro, you wanna talk off camera? But Mendices just stared ahead, eyes burning. They want me to snap. I'm not giving them that, but I'm not sitting through this circus either. His phone buzzed again, a message from Yandy. Just 3 words, come inside please. He stared at it, jaw working, then finally slipped back in through the side door. The second he came back, you could feel the shift. All eyes turned. Erica was waiting, perched on a bar stool, scrolling her phone like she didn't have a care in the world. Yandy approached Mendices, voice trembling. Don't let her win. Just talk to me, please, let's go home. But Mendices wasn't hearing it. He shook his head, barely glancing at her. Not now, Yandy, I gotta handle this. Myself. The cameras were rolling again. Producers whispered to each other this was reality TV gold. But it was getting way too real. Mendices stepped up, facing Erica. So, you gonna say what you came to say, or just play games? He asked, voice rough. Erica finally put her phone away, looked straight at him, and said, you sure you want this? Because once I say it, ain't no going back. Everyone held their breath. Go ahead, Mendices replied, his voice flat but shaky. Say it. Erica stood, took a step closer. You want to play perfect dad, perfect husband? I got people ready to talk about what you've been doing in Atlanta behind Yandy's back. You think you can just walk around like you're untouchable? She paused, voice rising. I know things, Mendices, things you don't want out. Try me if you want to. That was it. The match to the gasoline. Chaos broke out. Safari started pacing. Bambi covered her mouth in shock. Even the sound guys looked stunned. Yandy broke down crying, begging, Erica, please, don't do this to us. Whatever you think you know, please just stop. But Erica was on a mission. Nah, I'm tired of pretending, she shot back. Everybody wants to act innocent until it's their mess in the open. Mendices, for the first time, looked like he might snap. His hands balled into fists, and he stared at the floor, breathing hard. You think you can threaten me? You think you know me? I've been through hell and back. Erica, I ain't scared of you, but you not about to tear my family apart on TV at this point. Even the crew was caught up in the drama. One camera guy whispered, "Yo, is this for real?" Another replied, "This is wild, I never seen him like this." The tension was unreal. Nobody knew what would happen next. Outside, word spread even further. Instagram lives were running, Twitter was on fire, and fans everywhere picked sides, debating who was really at fault and whether Erica was bluffing or about to end Mendices for good. In the midst of it all, Bambi tried to step in. "Look, we all got skeletons, but this is going too far. Erica, you need to chill." Erica rolled her eyes. "Of course you'd say that. You always pick the safe side. I'm done being quiet." Producers called for another break, but Mendices shook his head, pushing past everyone. "I'm done. You want drama? You got it, but I'm not about to let you drag my name through the mud without a fight." He headed for the exit, Yendi chasing after him, tears streaming. "Please, don't walk out. We can fix this. Please, Mendices." But he didn't stop. He kept moving, out the door, past the trailers. Disappearing into the lot, the cast was left standing, shocked and divided. Erica stood alone, arms crossed, eyes blazing, as if daring anyone to challenge her. The family was torn apart, trust shattered, and the fans, well, they'd never seen anything like it. The fallout was just beginning, and everyone knew nothing would ever be the same after this. As the cameras kept rolling, the chaos behind the scenes got even messier. Producers scrambled, trying to figure out whether to follow Mendices or stay on Erica. Nobody knew which way the story was headed. Only that every second was pure gold for reality TV, but hell for anyone living it. Yendi was outside in the parking lot, sobbing into her hands while Bambi tried to comfort her. "Let him cool off, Yendi. He just needs a minute," Bambi said, her voice soft but uncertain. Inside, the rest of the cast was split, some huddling around Erica, others whispering about whether this was the last straw for Mendices. Meanwhile, Erica was in full damage control mode. She grabbed her phone, started voice noting her publicist, and didn't even flinch when producers asked her for a confessional. "They want to make me the villain? Fine, I'll own it. I'm done protecting everyone's secrets but my own." Her tone was cold, her eyes hard. A makeup artist in the corner whispered, "This is a side of Erica I've never seen before. She's on a warpath." Out in the lot, Mendices was pacing hard, phone glued to his ear, calling someone who kept sending him to voicemail. Finally, he just leaned against the fence, head down, fighting for composure. A producer approached. "Careful, can we just talk? You okay?" Mendices shook his head, voice rough. "I can't do this, not with her, not with cameras, not with everyone waiting for me to slip. I came back here for family, not for this." The producer asked, "You want to leave for real?" Mendices just shrugged. "I already did. I just don't know if I'm coming back." Inside, the whispers got louder. Spice went live on Instagram, cryptically talking about people who pretend to be friends, but stab you in the back for clout. Fans were eating it up, comments flying, theories everywhere. Hashtag Team Erica and hashtag Team Mendices trending side by side. In a group chat, Safari typed, "This show is cursed, bro," while Carly responded with a string of eye emojis and fire gifs. As for Yendi, she wasn't about to give up. She followed Mendices outside, grabbing his arm. "Please, don't let her do this to us. You promised we'd be a team. Don't let her win." Mendices pulled away, tears in his own eyes. "It's not about her, Yendi. I just can't keep living like this. Always a camera, always a fight, always someone trying to tear us down." For a moment, it looked like Yendi would collapse, but she straightened up. "Then let's walk away. We don't need the show, we just need each other." The rest of the cast gathered around, watching from the shadows. Even Erica, peering through the glass door, looked less sure of herself. In that moment, the whole production felt fragile, like one more harsh word could break it for good. Just when it seemed like things might finally cool down, a new rumor hit social media. Someone leaked a voice note supposedly from Erica threatening to expose private texts and DMs between Mendices and another woman. The internet lost it, with fans scrambling to decode every syllable, blogs going into overdrive, and even a few celebrities weighing in. "This is about to get uglier than anyone expected," one gossip page posted. "Watch this space." Back in the lot, security radioed producers. A crowd was forming at the gate, fans hoping to catch a glimpse or a new scandal. The entire crew was on high alert. Scrambling to keep the peace and the cameras rolling, the air was thick with drama, and the sense that nothing would ever be the same. Families torn, alliances shattered, and the world watching as the fallout played out in real time. And still, everyone waited to see, would Mendices return? Or was this really the moment he walked away forever, as the sun dipped low and the Atlanta air cooled? The chaos outside the set was nothing compared to the storm raging within. Word of Mendices' walkout and Erica's threat had already hit the shade room, sending the internet into a meltdown. Hashtags like #LHHATL mess and #Erica exposed were everywhere. Production huddled in corners, strategizing how to handle the next move. Should they beg Mendices to return, or just let the show spiral and ride the viral wave? Inside, Erica paced the green room, phone blowing up with calls from bloggers and her own friends. She scrolled through comments, half smirking, half anxious. Even her biggest supporters could see she was teetering on the edge. Vindicated but exhausted, the rest of the cast kept their distance. Some quietly blamed her, others whispered that maybe Mendices had finally hit his limit. Carly and Spice stood by the snacks table, arguing about who was really at fault. She pushed him too far. That's what Carly said, popping a grape in her mouth. Spice shook her head. Nah, he's hiding something. You don't walk away from nothing. Outside in the lot, Yandy and Mendices sat in his car. She pleaded, voice trembling, we can start over. We don't need to let her break us. Mendices stared out the window, voice low. What if it's already broken? What if this show just keeps pulling us apart? For a long moment, all you could hear was the distant shouts of fans and the whir of camera drones. Yandy's hand found his, squeezing tight. We choose each other. That's all that matters. The tension eased just a little, but the wounds were fresh and the scars would last. Producers finally made their call. They asked Erica if she'd go on camera and explain everything, but she refused. At least for now. I said what I said. If he wants to run, let him run. I'm done being blamed for everybody's secrets. She stalked out head high, but the mask slipped for a split second as she walked past the monitors, her eyes glistening. The weight of the drama of being the villain, of carrying everyone's bag, hit her harder than she let on. Meanwhile, the cast group chat was blowing up. Safri dropped a voice note. This is crazy, y'all, like, nobody's safe on this show. Bambi texted, I just want peace, but I know we'll never get it. Fans online kept the drama alive, dissecting every clip, screenshot and rumor. Some called for Erica to be fired, others begged for her to spill everything. The audience was addicted, torn between shock, sympathy, and pure entertainment. By the time the cameras finally shut down, everyone was left rust shattered, friendships questioned, families on the brink. The crew packed up, the parking lot emptied, but the drama hung over the city like a thundercloud. Mendices sat quietly beside Yandy, unsure what the future held. Erica, alone in her car, scrolled through her mentions and let a single tear fall. The world was still watching, waiting for the next twist, and everyone knew this was only the beginning. Nothing on Hitler would ever be the same. If you made it to the end of this wild roller coaster, you already know this is more than just a TV fight. It's families breaking, friendships shattering, and secrets finally crashing into the spotlight. Do you think Mendices really left for good? Or will he come back stronger than ever? Was Erica right to air it all out? Or did she cross the line this time? Whose side are you on? And what do you think is coming next for this cast that just can't stay out of trouble? Drop your thoughts, hot takes, and wildest theories in the comments below. Don't hold back. Hit that like button if this drama had you glued to the screen. And make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a single twist, clapback, or backstage meltdown. Ring that bell for notifications because, trust, with this crew, you never know what's going to happen next. Thanks for watching. Keep the conversation going, and we'll see you back here for the next episode, where the drama is always just getting